Okay. So let's start with the feet, right? I'm going to turn my back away from the camera. So Samba line dance, as I've seen all of you people, there's several Samba line dances, but this is like the basicest one. So we start with our left foot. We take 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, and tap. And then go back on your right foot. 1, 2, 3. I like to point out to the side. So that's the first count of the beat. So again, from the beginning, we go left, right, left, tap, and then back, 2, 3, point. Yes? And then we go into boat to pogos. So with our left foot, we go forward, side, rock, and then right foot, forward, side, rock, left foot, forward, side, rock, right foot, forward, side, rock. That's the first 2 counts of 8. Let's do that again. My floor is super slippery and fun. Okay, so from the left foot free, we walk forward. 1, 2, 3, tap, back. 1, 2, 3, point. Go to pogos. Go forward, side rock, right, side rock, left, side rock, right, side rock. Okay, one more time, just those first 2 counts of 8. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap. Forward, side rock, forward, side rock, forward, side rock, forward, side rock. Moving on, moving closer to you, we're going to do voltas, traveling voltas. So with our left foot free, we're going to go forward and across, side, we'll go over this in a second. I hope I don't go off screen. Cross, side, cross, and then we're going to switch and go forward, side, cross, side, cross, side, cross. And we turn at the end, and we're back to the beginning. So at the end of each set of 3/8, we'll turn 90 degrees to our left. So like you end up hitting all the walls, right? Okay, so again, just foot placement, going from the beginning. Left foot free, we go forward, forward, forward. Tap, right foot back, 2, 3, point. Forward, side rock, forward, side rock, forward, side rock, forward, side rock. Then cross, side cross, side cross, side cross. We bring our right foot around to go forward, side cross, side cross, side cross. And then we start from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, point. On and on and on and on. Yes? Has everyone done this? Wave if you have. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to get into foot placement because it's muy importante. So as we do the voltas, I'm going to go still with my back to you guys. I have talked about Latin cross position, I feel like a lot, so I think you'll have a reference point for it. So when we do Latin cross position, flat on my front foot, front leg is straight, most of my weight is on my front foot, and then back leg, my heel is super high, my knees are together, and that back leg is bent, yes? So when we do these voltas, I'm actually gonna go this way. When we do the voltas, after the pogos, we go Latin cross position on 1, and then on which is a quarter beat. We do side and slightly back, not back here. Otherwise, we end up doing this thing where we don't travel, and we're supposed to travel. So we go Latin cross position, side and slightly back, which I'll show you from the front in a second. Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position, and then come back. So I swing this right leg around, Latin cross position, so I push out that left ball of foot. So now my left heel is super high, side and slightly back, Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position. So when you do these voltas, you should travel, like, not like your goal is to travel, but it is also not to stay in place. So if I go facing you guys, Flat and cross position looks something like this. Side and slightly back looks like this. More side than back. This is back, straight on back. This is back and slightly side. This is diagonally back. This is side and slightly back. And this is side. It's so much fun. Okay, so side and slightly back, right there. Then as you squeeze your legs together, you should naturally come to Latin cross position. Fingers crossed for you all. So again, side and slightly back, nice and wide. Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position, switch, Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position, side and slightly back, Latin cross position. I think I still need one more. Wacha. Yes. So I'm going to do this again, backing the camera. We'll go through the whole thing from the beginning, making sure that we're really traveling and taking a side and slightly back step on our traveling voltas. I just really love saying side and slightly back. So from the beginning, left foot free. We go 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, point. Forward side rock, forward side rock, forward side rock. Here's the volta. Forward and forward and forward and forward. Switch, forward and forward and forward and forward. Turn. 1, 2, 3. Tap, back, 2, 3. Point, honorary way. I don't know what it is about line dances. No, I do know what it is about line dances that make me want to do like lasso arms. It's because I did country dancing for a while. Anyways, okay, so that's foot placement. I feel like everybody's Botafogos are like pretty decent, but we're gonna add some bounce technique to them in a second, so get ready. Okay, questions on foot placement? No? Good, good, good. Let's go on to, I'm gonna count the timing a bit, just so like we're super clear on that too. So Samba is usually written in 2-4, 2-2. Back me up, Gord. Samba, time signature. It's like a quiz, 2-2. So as we do our whole thing, I mean, I'm counting it in 8s, and it's not a big problem that you know the time signature or not. 2-4, we have 2-4, the jury's out. We're gonna count it in 8 because kind of like Viennese waltz, Samba has excellent, most Sambas like everywhere, even if you hear one on the radio, have great phrasing where they'll have 8 very clear counts that are like a phrase, and then it'll be another phrase of 8, and then it'll be another phrase of 8. So that's why this Samba line dance goes in 8s. So if we go from the beginning, I love to do the little kid bounce, as I call it, because you see all the junior competitors doing this. But if I was going to count in for Samba, I would go 5, 6, 7, 8, where we're bending our knees. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're like ready to move. It's kind of like doing hesitation steps in Viennese waltz or something. So as I count the beats, like the full beats, we're letting our knees and our ankles bend forward. Well, our knees bend forward. Obviously, our ankles don't bend forward, just to get moving, and then we'll take off. And we're going to try to keep that bounce going as we progress. But first things first. So I'm going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. Now when I start walking, I'm still going to keep that bounce. 1, 2, 3, bounce. So as I do my tap, like bending my knees forward, then as I do my back steps, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down into your knees on those whole counts. Now it gets interesting. We do Botafogos. My feet are apart from each other. So doing the bounce requires a little bit more effort. So as I do my 1, I'm actually doing breaking, it's not balanced. I'm bringing my feet together and coming up through my 1, 2. Now as my feet pass, I'm coming up through my ankles, I'm like pushing through my heels. 3, 4, working down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna do that facing you just so you can see it. So photo photos only. I'm gonna have my left foot out to the side. So this is similar to doing like passing footwork, silver style, smooth dancing, where you have to do a lot of technique when your feet are apart from each other to make it look like you're still doing the dance, right? It's important. So we're down into our knees and we're gonna go, one, two, squeeze up, three, this is down, four, we're still working down on those whole beats, five, six, seven, eight. So really use your ankles to draw your feet together. Squeeze all the ITA that I've been talking about too, inner thigh awareness. That's big. Anytime my feet are apart and I need to do the bounce, I really think of squeezing just my whole legs together, and I'm coming up through the heels of my feet, so I'm just on the balls of my feet. Okay, so from the beginning again, I'm going sideways because it's fun. I'm gonna count us in. We're gonna bounce down on the whole beat. Ready, go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Still bounce. 1, 2, 3, bounce. 5, 6, 7, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stay facing this way, but come a little closer to you, maybe. Okay, so voltas, same thing-ish. On the whole beats, we're still thinking down. So I do my Latin cross. 1, I'm gonna bend both of my knees, bend both of them. So this is like the exception to the Latin cross. Usually when you do a Latin cross, you want your front leg straight, but because we're Samba-ing and we're bouncing, you're gonna bend both your knees. But then, 2, bend both those knees, 3, 4, now I get to like ronde this foot around, 5, bend both knees, 6, 7, 8, and then I will turn this way to be back on our merry way. Yes? Down into the whole beat. I'm gonna add some stuff on because it's what my favorite thing is. When we bounce, especially if our feet are together, make sure that as you bounce, you're still letting your knees track straight forward and you're not going bounce, 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 bounce. Because I'll make fun, bless you, I'll make fun of you just a little bit. I'll be like cowboy samba or ballerina samba. Strangely, kind of the same thing. So knees working forward, knees working forward. If your legs are apart, we still squeeze together and our knees will still come together because that looks awesome. Okay, so from the beginning, I'm gonna put on a slow samba here in a second, so I'm gonna speed us up a little bit, but the whole 3 counts of 8 with our little intro bounce in. Yes? Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, cross. 5, 6, 7, 8, go. 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm hitting a wall. I'm sure none of you guys have like a ton of room to do a freaking line dance, but hey, it's fun to try anyways. Okay, hold on. I have a slow samba somewhere. Isn't this one? One moment, please. I mean, it sounds slow, and then we start dancing, and I'm like, so fast. Okay, I'll count the same. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, bounce. 5, 6, 7, point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. Okay, okay. I'm digging it. Good, good, good. Ooh, I'm gonna say a thing that people usually ask when we're bouncing or when we're like starting Samba. Let's say you're like, people are always like, well, I'm bouncing. And when I see other people do it, like Ricardo and Yulia, they're not bouncing. Okay, yes, if you don't know who Ricardo and Yulia is, just YouTube that and you'll figure it out real quick. But one of the huge characteristics of Samba is bouncing. And if you don't like start to do it through your feet and your knees and have like an actual bounce that everybody can see, you're probably missing something. It's like doing proper footwork. So when we learn to do waltz, we learn how to do a heel lead on one. Maybe at some point in the future, you're like, well, their footwork isn't super clear, but maybe they're world champions and it doesn't really matter anymore. So when you're starting to do, like, I call it an oddball dance because Samba doesn't have a lot of characteristics in common with other dances. When you're starting to do like these oddball dances, like make those characteristics super strong. So in case you are ever on like a competitive floor, or if you're leading somebody who's like newish, it's really clear like what you're trying to do. So if you're pushing through those standing feet and really using your feet and your ankle and your knees and everything, your timing is going to be really clear. It's going to like read across a floor or with your partner really well. So like bounce the hell out of it. It's fine. Bounce, 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 bounce. I'll talk a little bit about how to take the bounce out, but not yet. Okay. Questions so far? We're good? Okay. We did it with music. Oh, now we get real. We're gonna do the hip motion for voltas, which is super interesting. Because it's not really Latin motion. Because if we were doing like Latin or Cuban motion, we would do like figure eight, right? Like a horizontal figure eight. No, not for Samba. When we're doing Samba voltas, they just do a circular action with your hip, which is fun and interesting, kind of sassy. So I'm gonna face you guys, but we're gonna use the steps from the Samba line dance. So my first volta is gonna cross forward with my left foot in front. So when I've gotten into my Latin cross position, I'm gonna take this hip and circle it forward, like I'm putting my hand in my pocket. That's why my hand's here. And then it's gonna go around. And as it gets to the back, this is the back of the circle. This is like south of this circle. And then this hip comes forward and around again. So I really think of my left hip, like making a circle this way. I hope you can see this. The other thing that I think really helps is to literally put your hand on your hip bone.
Did she freeze for anyone else?
Fill up the pocket, scrape the peanut butter jar, scrape the peanut butter jar, scrape the peanut butter jar, just this side of the peanut butter jar. I know I went off screen there. Then we're gonna switch and go forward with our right foot in front. And so I'm gonna fill up this pocket, but guess what? I still go this way with my hip. So I'm gonna take this foot and it's starting the circle this way, whoop, and then it fills up this side. Whoop, whoop. You need to do the sound effects, totally helps. So both ways, your hip is circling, I gotta look at it, counterclockwise. So embarrassing that I have to think about that so hard. So let's go slowly. I'm gonna go facing you, but just do those 4 voltas this way and then coming back. So left foot crosses in front first. I do 1, scrape the peanut butter jar, 2, scrape the peanut butter jar, 3, scrape the peanut butter jar, 4. Now I cross in front, 1. Still going to the left first, 2, 3, 4. So the question people always ask is like, I feel like my butt's sticking out. It kind of does for a second. It's glorious. So if I go this way to you guys, oh, get ready. We're gonna do voltas. Again, I'm going to my left first. You can turn or whatever. I'm doing my Latin cross position. And as I go backward, I kind of do like a little birdie pop. It's all good. And so I'm reaching out with my tailbone towards my back heel and crossing in front and crossing in front. I'm coming back. It feels more on this side that you really feel like the hips come around forward and back. So it's got this action to it. It's like the one time we get to have a little bit of sway back. So for those of us who like have maybe a little natural duck butt, Samba's your dance. It's so good. So let's go a little bit faster. If you're still like, which way do my hips go? Go slower when we're not in class and when you are practicing. But just the voltas, left foot crossing in front, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's not underestimate how long this took me to learn. So if you're like, ha, 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 I'm not doing this today, don't worry about it. And usually one way feels better than the other way. So if you're like, going to the right feels pretty good, going to the left makes me feel dumb, don't worry, just practice and practice and practice. You'll be beginning slowly, whole thing from the walks. Yes? Yes. It's real hot in here, guys, and I didn't wear layers. Okay, so doing the bouncing. Ready, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Circle it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna run into the wall. So I'm just stopping there. I have a huge room and I'm just not using it. Okay. Excuse me. Let's do it again. I felt like there was a question that comes up sometimes and I forgot it. So do you guys have questions as I'm finding my song? Do it. Do it.
Did you say that your hips go in the same circle both ways, like the same direction going both ways? Okay, that's tricky.
No, I know. It feels really good one way. I feel like to everybody, they're all like, oh yeah, this way works. And then the other way, it's like, you just have to get the timing down for the switch, basically. Because going one way will feel okay, but then you have to switch and go the other way. And just doing that transition is where most people are like, what? And it happens really fast because it's Samba, right? So yes, they do go the same way though on both voltas, which is fine. Ah, shoot, can't remember. This one's good. Okay, so this song says it has an E, like explicit lyrics. I don't know where it is. You can tell me if I'm missing something, but let's dance instead. Oh, hold on. I'm not smart enough for this. Can you hear it? Okay, it's slow, but it's still fast. I'm gonna go this way. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. I'll remember what I was gonna say. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 8. I remember what I was gonna say though, and it was important. This looks great, guys. That's a great sound. Samba. Samba is one of the first dances, maybe, at a beginning level where you're supposed to start counting body actions as opposed to just like weight transfers. So generally speaking, if I'm counting Samba, I like to count the that we're doing the up part of the bounce on, just to make sure that like we're really getting it. So if I'm going from the beginning and like literally just doing the line dance, yes, I would count 5, 6, 7, 8. But right away when I start doing the walks in my head, and right now, I would also count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on those that's when we're doing the body action of like rising up through our, you can't see my feet, rising up through our heels. And for like super newbies, which none of you are, I'd be like, don't talk about that. But we can talk about it now, right? Yeah. So if I'm counting an before a whole beat, and we're not doing voltas or Botafogos, it's because I want to see that bounce up action, because obviously you have to go up before you go down. I lost it again. I'm not tracking well tonight, guys. Does Ames have a question? Because it looks like he does. Okay. So I'm going to count it with the uhs this time, the uhs being the up body action part. Oh, let's see if I remember. Somebody remind me about how to take out the bounce when we're done dancing with music, but let's dance first. So hopefully 2 times through the Samba line dance. I'm gonna try not to run myself into a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I mean, anything with Idris Elba in it, I'm in. I love it. Okay, I remembered. Okay, so to take out the bounce, if you're like, okay, I'm bouncing, I've got that part. You're going up and down, and it's super clear. When we do the bounce, like at a super basic level, we're literally just going, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're like using our ankles mostly to get some lift, and then our knees and our ankles to get some like drop into the bounce, right? If you're like, I'm feeling pretty solid with that, and you want to step it up a notch. Then as you do your you're going to go but don't fall over like I just did. You're going to go up through your heels like you have, but also bend your knees and suck in through your center. Again, I'm having a horrible time balancing here, but that's your and then your altitude won't change so much, and it won't be like bounce, bounce, bounce. It's gonna have this nice like as my longtime coach always said. So if I'm gonna do just, let's see, the bounce, I would go, no, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's like kind of foxtrot-ish in the least like foxtrot way that you can do an up without rising. Anyway, so if I do the basic Samba line dance again, and I go 5, 6, 7, 8. As I do my I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then as I squeeze in, I'm gonna bend my knees a lot. And I haven't gone up through my head. 1, 2, squeeze and bend my knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then as we do the voltas, it's like less of a problem because you're already doing that circling business. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're back in. But that's like how you take out the bounce a little bit. So if you're just doing the basic, which I'm not even going to go over right now because and you're like, I want to try taking out the bounce a little bit, do that bend through your knees and your hip joints and your ankles, and that'll stop you from going up and down. Yes? Okay, variation time. So we can do traveling voltas. And I feel like we're all like traveling now and not looking silly. So now you get to turn. We're gonna do spot voltas, which is just turning one way and then turning the other way. And if you're doing, it's great practice for your Latin cross, which I'll show you why in a second. But do just the voltas with me. We're gonna turn in a circle and I'll show you how to now. So if I had just done my last Botafogo of the Samba line dance, my first Latin cross position for voltas would be left foot in front. Yes? So this is 1. To do the spot voltas, I'm going to take a step forward and to the side, turning about 90 degrees, and then 2, still Latin cross. 3, 4. Dear Lord. So some people also call these paddle turns because you're using your right foot to kind of paddle you around, and your left foot is more or less staying in place. So again, slowly, my left foot is crossed in front and I'm in Latin cross position. This right foot comes out to the side and I cross in front again, out to the side, cross in front, out to the side, cross in front. For the ones with our left foot in front, we're just gonna try to go 360 because that's all you have to. So again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same thing as a traveling volta. You're just trying not to travel, you're trying to turn. So one more time, left foot in front. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully getting right back to where you started. Now, if you've done your Latin cross nicely, you'll have some speed coming around off of those turning voltas. So then when you get to your last Latin cross on 4, you can use the wind up of your body and probably your hip. And your knee is gonna like run into your other knee, and you can squeeze and unwind. 1, now I'm back on my right foot, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna go 1 turn and a quarter on this. And of course, I kind of got lost to where I started. So come back with me on a journey. Oh, I went the right way. Okay. We're doing the spot voltas to the left first and then to the right. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we unwind and we do 1. So we don't even have to move our feet to switch places. And then we take our left foot out to the side. 2, 3, 4. Kind of had to crank it there at the end. But now we've turned 1 and a quarter, just like everybody else doing the line dance would have done. And then we can start forward with our walks again. But we got to turn, which is so much cooler. Okay, so nice and slow again. Left foot crossing in front. We do 2, 3, 4. Don't move your feet, but go 1. Now I'm on my right foot. 2, 3, 4. New position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, and on your merry way. Cool? Does that make sense? Did it all work? Yes? Yeah, so good. When you do Samba and you're doing stationary Samba walks or traveling voltas in partnership, you can go into these spot voltas at the end, and you can either do a 360 or you can do a 720. And it's just like a fun little variation on the regular old voltas. I don't know, probably spot voltas are silver. My judge doesn't want to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can't like ever let go of your partner in bronze, but that's fine. It's fun for social dancing. Okay, so now we're gonna go slowly from the beginning with the spot voltas or turning voltas instead of the traveling volta. It's gonna be amazing. So come with me before we do it with music. Oh, we're doing so good. So we're gonna do the bounce in. Ready, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1 to the left. 3, 4. Switch 5, 6, 7. New direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On your merry way. Yes. I don't know if you can tell, but if we were in in-person class, I would have done this already. And I hope you can see my hot pink socks with my red pants. I'm really proud of this. I wish I was in person just so I could show you my socks for no reason. Anyways, let's go with music. Doing the turning voltas. I don't want to dance that fast. Hold on. I want to dance this fast, which is not. Okay. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk. For your photo. way more fun than traveling, right? I know. You don't even have to tell me. I just know. I think it's way more fun. Plus, it's good for solo practice because, you know, you all have a kitchen or a dorm room. There's no room to travel. I forgot. So ask me a question. No one? We're good? I thought of it. Oh, I got it. Ames, do you have a question or are you just in there?
I can always ask you a question, but you thought of your idea.
Okay, wait, save it, because otherwise my brain is gonna leave me. Okay, so I remembered a thing. So when we're doing the spot voltas, the turning voltas, sometimes you wanna know what to do with your arms. Sometimes, like all the times. So had I just done my Botafogos, I would be crossing in front with my left foot. If you wanna go like awesomely vintage arms that people all still use, you'll take your left arm, like hold it in front. You know when we did the bad ballet arms and I'm like thumbs in front of your rib cage? So just have your left arm curved in front of you and this right arm out to the side. And as you do your turns to the left, it's like, this is like your boat breaking into the waves. 2, 3, 4, and then guess what? 4, and then you're gonna bring your right thumb in front of your rib cage, extend your left arm out, and do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can weed whack. That's the term I like to use. Straight out to the side, it'll look fine. And then this arm is curved in like it's a, what's it called? Aerodynamic, like it's aerodynamic into your turn. Yes, you can also, if you want to be really tricky, I'm just going to do this on one side. So if this is my right arm curved in with my thumb in front of my rib cage, I can also go like this and curve my left arm down behind me like I'm holding an orange behind my butt. It's a very specific image that I want you to have in your head. So as I turn to the left arm, left thumb in front of my rib cage, right hand is holding an orange behind my butt, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, let your arms unwind, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you can relax them. It looks really cool, and it's a fun image to have in your head. Yes? Okay, let's do it one more time through, at least twice through the Samba line dance. If you're feeling sassy, which I know you all are, you can do traveling voltas or turning voltas, or hell, do both. I mean, at different times, but do both. It'd be fun. Should we do an old one? Yeah, we should. You guys probably weren't even born when this came out. None of you recognize this song. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's nice and slow, like the beats kick in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I hope you all look up that song.
What was it called, Kate?
Samba walking action when we're in partnership, but there are steps that have those walking actions, but the Botafogo action and the voltas are all like pretty common through Samba. So all of those are, the Samba line dance is actually like a great learning device, as long as you don't just wing it and learn like the steps. That's all. Questions?
Okay,
Nothing.
so mine is maybe tricky. I'm thinking about the rotating voltas and where my my center of mass should be, or like where my center of gravity should be.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's too much over both feet, rather than like, I don't know which foot it's supposed to be over, and like I don't want to spin like a top like crazy, and still keep the leg actions clean. Can you help?
Your weight should still mostly be over whatever foot you're crossed in front with. So like whatever foot you're doing the Latin cross with. So if I'm doing this first set and I have my left foot forward, I'm paddling with my right foot, but my weight is still like very forward over this left foot. So as I do 2, like I did get weight obviously on this but 3, 4, it's very into that Latin cross step, like your supporting leg. And then when I switch, I'm gonna switch this way. When I switch to go to the right and I do 1, now my right leg is my supporting leg, my standing leg, and I'm gonna do 2, 3, 4. So not that the foot that you're doing the Latin cross with doesn't move, but it doesn't move a lot. So I always think of it as, some people call these nail turns, which is a horrible image, but where like there's a nail through your shoe and you're just having to turn your foot in one place, if that helps. Then again, if you're doing, if you're keeping that weight forward, a lot of times the hips and like the motion is easier to get in, just because you don't have to put energy into traveling anywhere. It's like all just in place. I don't know if that answered your question. It looks okay, even though I can't see your feet. Oh, so good. Oh my Lord. Okay, question for Ames, because he's here. We don't have class next week.
No, next week is Thanksgiving break, and we're not having a class on either Tuesday or Thursday.
Yes. And the next 2 weeks from now is our last class.
Mm-hmm. Last week with Kate, last week.
Insane. Well, I can't remember what next week is, or the next class is, but like, ooh, hold on. But like bring questions. Yes, thanks, Ames. Ames linked to Ricardo and Yulia, and they're ridiculous. So if you want to see a ridiculous video, ridiculous meaning good. Although my favorite Latin couple of all time is Michael and Joanna. So link that too. They're even better. That is all. That is all.
I have a quick question.
Shoot.
Okay, this isn't important, but can you review which arm is holding the orange in which direction? Because I like missed that. I feel like I've been doing it both ways.
That's a great question. It's so fun. Okay, so I would say the foot that's in back, the corresponding arm. So if I'm Latin crossed with my left foot forward, this arm, left foot is in front, and then my arm and right foot are behind. So this right arm is holding the orange behind my butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then as I switch, now my right foot, right arm is going to be in front. This is like one of my robot arm things. And now my left arm and left foot are in back, and that arm I shouldn't do the squeezing motion, but that arm is holding the orange behind my butt. Yeah, good question. That was fun. Yeah. Okay, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. And I'll see you in 2 weeks.